Disclaimer: this video is not meant for kids, but for a general audience as a whole, meaning teens, adults, and seniors may also enjoy the video for production value and nostalgia. With that said, please enjoy. Northwestern Railway, what's your function? Pleasing lots of people by a massive handful.
Trains!
They haul everything safely and on time.
Tracks!
They connect the industries built along the line. They got the stuff to keep this railway shining like a star. The trains, tracks, and bridges, oh, they'll get you pretty far. Northwestern Railway, what's your function? Pleasing lots of people by a massive handful. Northwestern Railway, how's that function? Working really hard and being very careful. The shunting tool truck. All kinds of accidents can happen on the railway, especially little ones in shunting yards, whether it be from engines or staff members. Now, the staff members usually get the short end of the stick in two ways. One, they have to walk with the shunter pilot locomotive, but as they do, they need to be aware of their surroundings so they wouldn't get hurt. So in other words, it just turns into a leg day for the shunter staff, and it can be excruciating. But the other way can be the fact that they can ride along the stepping stools of the engine's cabs, although they weren't designed to be ridden on. So any kind of forceful inertia could knock the shunter staff right onto the hard ground, injuring them. So at this point, it's just a double-ended sword. The railway staff, who were visiting at the time, took note of it.
How often these incidents occurred, Sir Richard?
Not very frequent, just only once every month or two.
Perhaps we could have you get some shunting tool trucks to make these terminal shunting yards a little safer to work in.
Shunting tool trucks?
Shunting tool trucks were designed for the workmen to ride along with the pilot engines without having it to walk from A to B or risking right on the engine step into the cab.
This piqued the hat controller's interest, and was swift to agree.
Smashing! We'll send you some chassis for you to build at your works, so you'll see them. Aside for the shunting yard's risk of harm, your rail is in top shape.
The hat controller ordered the works diesel to fetch supplies to build the shunting tool truck. And come the following morning, at the Vickerstown shunting yards, Rosie was in for quite the surprise.
What truck is this, sir?
This is a shunting tool truck. It'll make shunting easier for my staff in the yards. We just finished building this one up from the steamworks, and will now have it on trial for the next 2 days.
And so the trial began with the shunting tool truck. Rosie had a little trouble at first, especially with how slowly she needs to approach trucks, considering that the shunting tool truck adds extra length depending on where it was positioned, and also working on some small inertia as well. But eventually, she got used to it. And for the rest of the morning, she handled her trains and shunting quite well, with little to no issues. Billy pulled in during midday, and was quite puzzled at the sight of the shunting tool truck.
Rosie, what kind of truck is this?
It's a shunting tool truck. The hat controller recently had it constructed at the steamworks, and it's only on trail for the next 2 days. Hopefully it'll help the railway be up to code.
How could it help shunt? What a silly thought.
Billy was skeptical. Every wise engine knows that trucks can be troublesome in all shapes and forms. The next day was the second day of trial for the shunting tool truck, and it was Billy's turn this time. First, he had the truck behind him. Billy worked well when he was arranging trucks in front of him, but not when they were behind him. He forgot about the tool truck taking up the extra space, so he decided to flip it around. He tried shunting some trains with the tool truck in front of him, but watching the shunter staff ride on the tool truck distracted Billy. The faulty practice infuriated Billy.
Oh, I knew this truck would be nothing but trouble, and the fact it has tools couldn't fix this problem.
A tool truck, eh? Dash was just picking up some supplies in a utility van.
Well, perhaps it's a maintenance truck, used for maintenance trains. You know, to fix up track and other railway infrastructure.
I suppose that's a fair observation.
You know, a tool truck could be quite handy on Misty Island. All we have for railway inspection is a handcar. His name is Squeak. Perhaps you could meet him sometime.
And Dash left for Misty Island. And that gave Billy something to think about for the shunting tool truck. Maybe he can add it to some maintenance train. But where? A new day came, and in the shunting yard, there was a long train. There was a box fan that had some nuts, bolts, and fish plates, and there was also a flatbed with some rails. Billy thought about the cargo. Fish plates, rails, nuts, bolts. Those are what's needed to make tracks. That's when he thought that new tracks were going to be laid. But of all the equipment, the train from the mainland lacked tools. So, while no one was noticing, he scuttled up to the shunting tool truck and added it to the train before fetching a brake van. Billy was quite pleased with having to work without the tool truck. But Rosie, on the other hand, she couldn't find the tool truck anywhere.
Billy, where's the shunting tool truck?
Oh, well, I decided to put that tool truck in good use. I shunted it into Rebecca's train bound to fix the track.
Huh?
Thanks, Billy.
You're welcome. What? No, dude!
Rebecca left Vickerstown shunting yards and made her way down the main line. She had to make a couple stops before reaching the other side of the island. First, she picked up some freshly carved sleepers from the lumber yard. Next, she dropped off one of the box fans at the Solar Steamworks, and finally continued her way through the main line all the way to Tidmouth Station. Ryan was there to pick up the train and take it to Berwick. It was needed for the Balsween coal dump extension, as well as the restoration of the Balsween tramway. When Rebecca arrived, workmen examined the train. making sure everything was brought safely.
Okay, let's see. Fish plates and nuts, check. Sleepers, check. Rails, check. Hold up. What is this?
What is it?
What kind of a truck is this? It's not part of the schedule.
The workmen read the notice.
If found, please return to Vickerstown shunting yards. Very well. We might as well just do that then.
So Ryan took the rest of the train, and Rebecca made her way all the way back to Vickerstown shunting yard. Back at Vickerstown shunting yard, the hat controller was cross and had a stern word with Billy.
Billy, you've caused confusion and delay. These tools in the shunting tool truck weren't for maintenance. They were full of spare parts and derailers. And the truck was for my human staff to save their energy rather than having to walk back and forth or ride dangerously outside the cab. To make matters worse, the railway inspectors are arriving today to see the shunting tool truck's trial. Now with it gone, what will we do now?
I'm sorry, sir. Dash was here the other day, and I guess I took the guess on a truck's involvement with maintenance. I better clarify to her the next time I see him.
I may have struggled with it for 2.5 the day before I got used to it, but that was just some luck. If you were having trouble practicing with the shunting tool truck, you could have asked me for help.
Just then, the railway inspectors arrived.
Good day, sir. How's the trials with the shunting toll truck? We've come to witness the completion of its trial.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I'm afraid the shunting tool truck is right back where it belongs.
Does this truck belong to you?
Well done, Rebecca.
So Rosie continued to shunt the trains with the shunting tool truck once more. And it was all thanks to the shunting tool truck that no one was harmed and all the trains were arranged safely. Even Rosie gave Billy some pointers when it was his turn to use the truck again. After the trials were successful, another shunting tool truck was built, this time for Titmuth Station, and it too worked wonders.
And as a bonus, the hat controller ordered a couple of his Class 08 shunters to head to the diesel works to be modified with some handles near their front steps. So the shunting staff will have a safer ride with them. A very special job for me. Some tankers need to be filled with fuel. They're needed for the depot, that's so cool.
Rosie and Billy were proud to be really useful engines in the shunting yard.
Well, Sir Richard, we're all pleased with how everything turned out. Once again, your railway is completely up to code. Pleasure doing business with you.
Many thanks, gentlemen.
Hey, Billy! Hope everything's going well with the shunting tool truck. I figured it was time that I show you Squeak I was talking about. Squeak the hand car. Say hi, Squeak. He's never left Misty Island that much, so he's not a very social kind of fella, believe it or not.
Believe it. Anyway, Dash, glad you're here. When you talk something about that tool truck?
Well done, Rosie. You're quite the versatile engine on my railway. Here's to 20 years. How would you all like a transfer to Titmuth Yards? I'm sure Tibble will like some pointers on how to use this new rolling stock.
Oh, sir, thank you.